Hey friends, welcome to the vid, and in this vid I'm going to talk about what happens to your personality during DPDR and after DPDR, some things that you can expect and perhaps some things that you're going through right now and what you can do about it. And for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Dan and I help people overcome their DPDR and anxiety using one-on-one coaching, and for all my subscribers, welcome back. It's no surprise to you that if you are going through DPDR and anxiety right now, it could feel like you're a different person. And this could come in the form of perhaps not enjoying the things that you used to enjoy, not feeling the same connection with the people that you used to have connection with in the past, perhaps not even having the same connection with yourself. Perhaps you're feeling overwhelmed by feelings of anxiety or dread or sadness, or frustration or anger. Really it just seems that you aren't the person that you were before all this happened. And I hear this all the time when people say to me, I just want to get back to how I was. I just want to get back to that person that I used to be. And I completely understand it. And I was exactly the same when I was going through it as well. So let's have a look at what is actually going on here. So right now you're in an anxious state. And what that means is that everything you're seeing and hearing and all the information that you're getting is running through the filter of anxiety. So even if it's something that might not necessarily be too bad or too sort of scary, because you're looking for things that are scary and because you're looking for things that are bad and your mind is seeing threats everywhere, then you are gonna see things like this as much more of a threat. And when this happens repeatedly for a long amount of time, you actually start to build up lots of bad memories about your time in DPDR right now. And so it can make you sad and angry and everything else that I've mentioned before. And that will lead to a point where you're going, look, I just don't feel like myself. I feel like my personality is different. So what's very important right now is to stress to you that your personality is still in there 100%. There's not a DPDR you and an anxious you and a normal you. It's all connected. Everything is you right now. And so what I mean by that is really the anxiety is just overwhelming everything right now. Think about it. If you're not anxious at all, but you're particularly worried about something, or something's coming up like a test or whatever, some event which is making you nervous, you're going to be thinking about it a lot, and your mind's not necessarily going to be thinking about all the good stuff that happened to you that day. Now take that, magnify it by 100 times, and just engulf it in your entire world, and there you go. It can feel like your personality has gone. Now let's fast forward to when you have recovered from DPDR, and I promise that you will recover. What actually happens to your personality then? Are you a stronger version of yourself? Are you sort of the same as you were before this happened, but you've got a lot of baggage? Are you the same as what before this happened and nothing's actually changed? What actually goes on? And I can only speak from personal experience, plus what I've seen from the people that I've helped recover with coaching, what they go through. And the answer is pretty much, you come through the other side a stronger version of yourself. And the things that used to bother you before you got into this don't really bother you anymore. So you are a lot more self-aware of what you're feeling and what's going on. You're actually a lot more aware of what's going on in the world around you. And you're not so fatalistic about the present. And what I mean by that is just putting up with the present and not actually doing anything to change it. You're a lot more proactive in getting the life that you want. And the reason that is because when you go through recovery, it is very empowering. And it's important to realize too that it doesn't mean that you're never going to be anxious again, or never going to be angry or upset or sad or frustrated again. But it means that you're going to experience all those normal human emotions, but you're going to experience them without any symptoms to begin with, and perhaps they won't come on as strongly, or if they do, they're not going to last as long. For example, before you got into DPDR, you might have sort of thought about the future in a bit of a negative way, and then a typical example of that would be asking lots of what if questions. And it can just be normal stuff like, whatever it is, what if this doesn't happen, or what if this does happen? But then when you get into anxiety, as you know, that magnifies 100 times. And then these questions just race through your mind and they keep you in the cycle. But now, when you're through the other side, you're probably not going to sort of have these massive what if questions anymore. You might sort of tackle it as like, well, look, it's up to me to sort of dictate how my future goes and to control what I can control, and to realize that things that are out of my control aren't really my concern too much, because there's no point getting worried about them because I can't actually control them. So that would be an example of how recovery is empowering you. All you've got to do right now is just put in the work to go through recovery. And this is really important because nobody can recover for you. You have to do it. You're the only person that can make you recover, because nobody else can do it. People can help you, and people can support you, and people can hold you accountable for it, but you're the one that's going to have to do it. And you know why that is so excellently, stupendously amazing? It's because it's 100% within your power. There's nothing stopping you except for you. And I know that might sound cliche, maybe even a little bit harsh, but it's totally true. The only person stopping you from recovery is you, but you can do it. It's just going to take a bit of courage, it's going to take a bit of bravery, and it's going to take a bit of strength. And I know that you can do it. I've seen it time and time and time again with the people, my clients, when I'm helping them. It really is amazing to see the transformation that they go to. And my friends, I hope this video has been useful for you, and perhaps it's given you a bit more insight and a bit more hope about where you are going to be when you get out of this, and where you are right now, and why all this stuff is happening. And if you do have any questions, then please leave a comment. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.